Probably the best story right now, and I want to discuss with you. This is something going on my YouTube channel, The Short Sports Show. And you can also tweet me what you believe at @short_sports 24/7. It's something I want to hear from you guys because of the way the season has worked out. Now, last year, we had Ohio State and everything they went through, losing to Virginia Tech early in the year, then coming out and just absolutely demolishing teams in the second half. Could that somewhat resemblance of Oklahoma? Could Oklahoma be this season's Ohio State? Now, the Oklahoma Sooners look like the team that nobody wants a part of right now. Number 3 Sooners have all locked up their spot in the college football playoff with a 58-23 Bedlam beating, absolutely demolishing Oklahoma State on Saturday night in Boone Pickens Stadium. But their biggest argument to hold them out of the playoffs is that nobody in the playoffs right now is going to have a worse loss this season than the Sooners, who lost to Texas 24-17 in the Red River Showdown. Now, people usually think, oh, well, you lost to Texas. That's not bad. You know, how's that a bad loss? Well, we all know who Texas is this season. The same team that just got shut out by, Iowa State and other bad losses. Now, let's go back about a year ago to another team that's playing the best football at the time, winning big games away from home and at home, and also having a bad loss on their record. Ohio State went to and won the national championship in the first ever college football playoff last season, but they lost by 2 touchdowns to Virginia Tech in the second week of the season. 2 touchdowns. And that team ended up 6-6, just average, 500. Now, Bob Stoops, he pointed out earlier this week that it's about who you have beaten and where you beat them. And he's got a point. Oklahoma has beaten a pair of 10-win teams on the road in the past 3 weeks with Oklahoma State and Baylor, and also beat an 8-win team on the road in September with Tennessee, having to come back in that game, which was an incredible game. And now with an outright Big 12 championship, they're not sharing it with anybody. They are the one true champion the Big 12 always talks about. That's 9 Big 12 championships at Oklahoma for Bob Stoops in 17 years. And he doesn't see any debate, that there's any debate, especially with the Sooners sitting at number 3 right now, and then Notre Dame losing to Stanford. That also really helped them out for not being jumped. Said, quote, "I didn't know Notre Dame lost, but you just figure that you're going third, and you go to a championship game away from home to the number 9 team on the country, and you win by 35 points, that you only move up. You certainly wouldn't move back." End quote. This marks Stoops' first outright Big 12 championship since 2010. The Sooners have earned a share of one with Kansas State back in 2012. And with the past couple of years, Baylor and TCU have dominated most of the Big 12 headlines and were the favorites this year. Now, other than the 30-29 win over TCU that went down to the wire, and as a TCU fan, that kind of says, hey, TCU was playing with the third-string quarterback. Why? My whole thing is, why is TCU so low? If we almost beat Oklahoma, and everybody's saying how great Oklahoma is, why is TCU so low? We had all those injuries and still almost beat Oklahoma. I probably should have. Just saying. Anyways, but other than that, other 6 wins for Oklahoma were by an average of 37.8 points per game, almost 38 points per game. That was the difference. That was the difference right there. And those other 6 wins, that's huge. Now, if everything stays the same for Oklahoma, they would be playing the same 2 teams it has played in the past 2 years in bowl games possibly. With the Sooners at number 3, they would play Clemson right now, who demolished OU at the Orange Bowl last season. Now, if Oklahoma were to win that game and Alabama wins whoever they play in Iowa or whatever, then we will see a rematch of the Sugar Bowl from just 2 seasons ago, which OU dominated the Crimson Tide. And I just realized I said that completely backwards. Oklahoma's number 3. So they would play Alabama first. So just flip that right there. Just flip that. Sorry. So Oklahoma could play Alabama in a rematch of the Sugar Bowl from 2 seasons ago, in which OU dominated the Crimson Tide. If they win that, Clemson wins its game against Iowa, then we could see Clemson-Oklahoma, which, as of last season in Orange Bowl, Clemson just demolished Oklahoma. Could be exciting. So my question is to you. Will Oklahoma go on to win it all like Ohio State did? Or is this just one hopeful story? Tweet me at @short_sports 24/7. Or let me know on Facebook, The Short Sports Show. What you guys, or in the comment section below on YouTube, The Short Sports Show. Let me know what you guys think about that. It's going to be exciting.